Well, we're 2 days into the NBA season, and a head coach got arrested for gambling with the mafia. LeBron has sciatica, and Wemby's an alien. Welcome back to TalkBall Tweakers, episode 34. This is Jake Mazarski, joined as always by Toussaint Fancher and Blake McQuarrie. Correction, not as always, since I missed last episode. But how are you guys feeling?
Feeling great.
Well, it's two
I'm
more months till the season, till the year is over, and I don't even know what's going on
I feel like I can't gamble.
right now.
I feel like I can't gamble or else black SUVs are gonna show up to my doorstep. So
You put some money on the team, and black truck's gonna be outside your house.
exactly. So I'm not.
Yeah, no, that's really weird. And I don't think we've ever seen anything like this. What else is not weird? The Jets being 0-7. I'll start with that. So I have to start that guy up. But we got a jam-packed episode today. We got some not NCAA, NBA, and then some NFL. So let's talk
Talk
Talk ball.
ball. Good enough. Okay, we have to start with it. We got to put all the chips on the table. Um, Chauncey
Oh
Bill,
my God.
I need someone else to read the investigation because I literally or what happened. I can't read it without laughing.
I mean, I don't have it up, but I was just reading about it. So first Terry Rozier gets arrested this morning for
But
illegal
wrap
game.
that. First of all, we need to wrap that up. He's guilty. Like we seen the evidence. Wrap that up.
Yeah, I mean, there was a whole investigation last year, and then they said
Yeah.
he wasn't guilty, and then now they're arresting. That's what I'm confused about. Well, I thought they closed that last year and said he
Well, because
wasn't guilty.
and just to clarify, there's like two different parts of the story because they merged all this together, and they're putting the
Yeah.
Malik Beasley part as well. They said his is still not fully wrapped up. His assessment might be based on the DOJ. That's what they said. I think Pablo Torre said that. He said based on the DOJ's assessment, they might reopen his case as well. So they're going back through all the files and they're getting everybody locked up.
That's crazy. So yeah, so Terry Rozier gets arrested, and then Chauncey Billups gets arrested for the same thing, and then Damon Jones gets arrested for illegal gambling sites. And then you have Shams on Pat McAfee show talking about it. He said, according to Shams, over 30 arrests have been made today,
In 11 states.
which has me confused because now I'm like, why is it only Chauncey, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones being reported, but there's over 30 arrests? That's what I'm
Well,
confused about.
well, the weird thing also is that Chauncey's is different than everybody else's. What they're saying about Chauncey is that he was in illegal gambling, like illegal poker games, where they were having see-through glasses and tables where you could like glasses where you could see the backs of cards and cheat and read them. And it was being set up by La Costa Nostra, which was literal gangsters, like mafia members, like
Yeah.
like Soprano members. Like if you're thinking about if you want to imagine people, it's like the Sopranos hosting illegal gambling tournaments. He's playing and they are running this site where it's that people are coming to play and um, he's basically stealing all the money because he's literally illegally how do I phrase this? He's literally cheating at poker. So it's so interesting because it's so different than any of the other ones in terms of Terry Rozier or Malik Beasley or any other Damon Jones, where he's literally with the mafia. So that was the whole thing, is that some of it is sports betting, players talking about the unders and sabotaging games, and some of it is Chauncey Billups literally dealing with the mafia, which blew my mind. Because when they first said it, I thought Chauncey Billups was throwing games. Okay, players have been doing that for a few years now.
Yeah,
But
right.
he's literally dealing with like real, they said La Costa Nostra, which are gangsters, mafia members. So it's like almost what more towards the level of what Gilbert Arenas was accused for in terms of running illegal gambling sites out of his house, but he was dealing with actual mafia members. So that was the weird thing to me, was that they wrapped this whole thing up and they had a whole press conference this morning and they had FBI director head director Cash Patel talking about it, the whole thing. But it's like different. It's like different things going on. So it's basically the government coming down on the NBA and being like, we're going to get everybody that's involved with illegal gambling in whatever way wrapped up in this. They're going to get arrested. We're putting our foot down, and this is not going to be happening. And the other thing I want to say before I turn over to you guys, this is why we're talking about Adam Silver. Adam Silver had no idea what was going on. He didn't have one clue. Adam Silver doesn't know what's going on in his own house, if you asked. So, and that's what I'm talking about. Adam Silver, listen, I've been critical of him in the past. David Stearns would have never let this happen. David Stearns would have had contact from the feds. The feds would have had contact with Stearns. He would have known what was happening, and he would have gotten it situated. But Adam Silver has a mess on his hands where now it's so crazy because players can now just call up people, right? I think one of the things was that there was a report that didn't go public yet, and it said that Bron was out versus a Bucks game, and he had tweaked his ankle, and basically, he had told his friend, go put money on the Bucks because Bron's not playing. And so that's the normal. That's Damon Jones. Yeah, that's the normal part. And so, but the Chauncey part is like a whole nother thing where it's like, what is going on?
So apparently, so I'm going back to the Jontay Porter stuff. Apparently, they're saying that Jontay Porter was threatened for his life to participate in sports gambling schemes because of his gambling debts. That is insane.
No, that makes sense. People say, why do they do this? It's partly because it's the mafia. A lot of this is bookies and mafia. These are like underworld people. These are like the world criminals who never show their face. They're literally in the shadows. And so I think there's a movie about this whole thing, about, people getting threatened. And it's so funny because everyone's like, and you want me to believe that Ohtani is innocent. Ohtani is innocent. So it's like what's happening is these players they're in debt. They literally don't have any money left. They're in debt, so they start gambling to try and get the money back. And then they get threatened to throw games. And so now they're in a situation where they're going to get banned for life, or they're going to get their lives threatened by real life mafia members. This whole thing is it's bad. Like it's really bad.
Chauncey Billups will never coach in the NBA again.
No, there's no shot. He can't. That's over. I'm surprised the report hasn't come out yet that they fired him.
Yeah, I can't believe they haven't fired him either.
I think they're trying to minimize the damage and not get involved with the feds right now. I think probably they're just trying to let the feds do their thing. But he's effectively gone. Like, he's gone.
Yeah, there's no shot.
I mean, you get arrested by the feds for illegal gambling with the mafia, you're done. So, but
that was one of the wildest things for me to wake up to. Just that
I didn't even, the thing is, because I was working all day, I didn't know this was going on until like an hour ago. So I get on Twitter, and I think the first tweet that I seen was an old LeBron tweet.
Oh boy.
That was talking about, what did he say? He said like Bet is his middle name. LeBron tweeted out like Bet is my middle name. He's replying, I think, to Damon Jones, like Bet is my middle name, like LeBron James.
No.
That's what Brown was. That literally is what the tweet was saying. Was Brown talking about Bet being his middle name, and like
they're gonna give him the Shohei treatment though.
Yeah, now everyone's like going back to that tweet.
Dude, have you guys seen
that was the first thing that I found out was that, and then
the Gilbert Arenas part is
that's what I was gonna bring up.
That is the funniest part of all this. How he walked into his podcast with the lunch bag. That was so
he got his
informant lunch.
Bro, he definitely told him.
I know. Do we think Gilbert Arenas is the snitch here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gilbert Arenas the one? Did he?
He says he wasn't, but
Yeah, no.
Did he say he wasn't?
Yeah, he said he wasn't the snitch. He said don't imply me with that. I mean, he's been trolling since he got arrested, but I don't know.
Yeah.
This was the funniest tweet I saw. Someone said, "This is how they used to handle gambling addictions." Did his MJ the ones next to the floor?
Say send his ass to the baseball.
You go play badminton now.
Oh my gosh, bro. What is a Stern wasn't having none of that shit.
Stern,
Why?
that's what I'm
Stern,
telling you. Like Silver
Stern was
lost
having.
control of the NBA. I mean, you should know by now
I
if
mean,
betting is coming to the league that it's going to be a problem that athletes are going to gamble. It's going to be a problem. You have to jump on it.
but
Yep.
like on the other side of things, though, what can you do when you have mafia families basically calling
Boy,
you like,
Stearns was the
hey.
mafia. Well, Stearns was the mafia. You
Burns
ever
was
heard that? You ever heard that Carmelo story
Oh, that is
when he
true.
got suspended?
Yeah.
For people that don't know, I'll just say it for the audience that's watching. Basically, he got suspended because he was hanging out with people back in his hood and back in his hometown. And Stearns was like, "You can't be hanging with those folks because they're gonna get you in trouble." And he basically told Carmelo who his friends were, and Carmelo was like, "Oh, who? How do you know that?" Stearns was like, "We, boy, we're the feds. Like we the
Man.
NBA, but we got help."
dude,
So
the Feds
Stearns
know
was on
everyone.
it. Yeah. Stearns knew everybody that you were friends with. He knew where you grew up. He knew your parents. He knew everybody. So Silver doesn't know that. Silver's just out here like willy nilly letting people have their free will, and that's great. Listen, that's fine. I'm not having a problem with free will, but it's an organization, it's a league. You have to keep tabs on people. You have to understand what's going on. The fact that I'm not saying the NBA is bigger than the FBI, that's not true at all. But the fact that the feds surprised everybody and arrested one of the head coaches in your league before you even knew about it tells me all they need to know. They don't respect you because the feds should have came to you and been like, "Hey, we're gonna arrest Chauncey. We're we're coming down on the league," and then he should have jumped in front of it to minimize the damage. But now it looks like Adam Silver has lost control of the league, and so that's why I just think that this is such a crazy thing. You got mafia families threatening NBA head coaches and players. Like, if you don't miss this shot, you're done, buddy.
There's probably more too. Like
Oh, there's
more.
definitely more. Oh, there's definitely
Yeah.
more. There's definitely more. They
Like I
just
would
haven't
not.
uncovered it.
I'm. It might be Cam Thomas. I mean, the way he played last night.
Cam Thomas.
They're
No, I
definitely
don't.
some of these teams is definitely betting because players we know just go through money willy nilly, just spend it, and half of them are broke. They're just
Yeah.
renting, and some of them are borrowing money, and they're just waiting on their next contract. So some of these players, I mean, Malik Beasley, they're going to
Yeah.
come down on him.
Like fucking
They're
beast.
coming back for him. And I feel bad for him, but they're coming back. I mean, the fact the man couldn't even pay his rent and his barber. How do you owe thousands of dollars to your barber? I ain't never heard of a man owing several bands to his barber. That's never happened before.
So my
So
thing, my thing is, is it so? Because I was thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, well, if it's the mafia families telling them to do this, does that mean that the mafia families are basically getting the information from the players on what to bet on and what not to bet on? Is that what's happening here?
Y- Yes. I
Actually,
I think so. But then there has to be the thing like the mafia families were definitely betting on games the players are in. Because like the Jonte Porter stuff, like
yeah.
Jonte Porter, like he didn't even try to hide it. Like,
No.
yeah. So like I think
neither did
they
Terry Rozier.
neither did Terry Rozier.
Larry Rozier for sure did it.
Terry
They
Rozier
literally caught
There's a
they
clip
literally
of John.
caught him checking out of a game, and he was like, "Ah, my leg," and he was walking fine. Like he had
yeah.
played fine, and then he just got up and was like, "Ah, my leg kind of hurt. I don't really want to play the second half of
There's
the game."
there's a clip of Jonte Porter on Twitter right now, and he accidentally hit a 3-pointer in, and they're like Jonte Porter's life flashed before his eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh,
This
God,
no,
is,
they're definitely telling them like,
I mean, isn't it ironic to kick off the NBA season? We're essentially what in day 3 of the NBA season, and this comes out. Like, how ironic is that?
yeah, that
Seriously.
too. Like
Well, I think
they
they
would have,
waited for it. You know what? I
Oh
think they
no, it was
waited for it.
definitely no. Chris Patel
Yeah,
waited for sure,
yeah.
100%. Chris Patel waited for the NBA season to start, and then I got this big bomb to drop on you guys. How? I don't know. I don't know. That's
and
crazy.
how dare they bring Lapuki into it?
Our king, our glorious king. They brought our glorious.
Yeah, Damon
Yeah.
Jones is definitely in it too. That's wild. What else is wild in the NBA? I guess
Well,
LeBron has.
remember.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Or
off.
no,
I
no,
was just
no.
gonna.
We're not done with the betting segment. Let's keep going. I like this.
I was just. I'm dead. I'm just gonna say. Remember in the NFL, they had the whole scheme to defraud insurance, and they locked up like it was like 20, 25 people. It was like Clinton Portis and who else was in it?
No, I know.
Big Baby
Yeah,
was in it.
baby.
That
Yeah,
was
it was
that
like a
was for fraud though on the NBA's healthcare policy.
yeah. But still, like that just reminded me of this in terms of like there's a whole scheme, like there's a whole like group of people coming together to create this whole scheme. Now all these guys aren't all connected, but like the fact that gambling is so prevalent. The funniest part was that in Get Up, they were talking about it this morning. And I wasn't watching, but I saw the clip of it, and they had on the bottom ESPN bet. And while they were talking
Yeah,
about it, they
yeah.
had to cut it out. They were like mid sentence, Greedy was talking, and they had to like blank it out because it was
They
like
literally
they were
blanked out the
talking about
topic.
gambling, and I was like, yeah, it's bad. So, I mean, I don't know how you control this. Like, it's not really possible to
I
control
wonder if
this.
ESPN's also doing this because they're worried that someone in their company is involved. Like that might be it. Like there's a real possibility that like a former player or an analyst or someone now works for
There,
ESPN.
there has to be somebody snitching because there's no way that
Snitch,
you get
100%.
because there's no way that you get like somebody who like the David Jones thing. How do you get somebody to snitch about the ankle thing? Like you could have easily masked that.
It was
Somehow it's
definitely
coming back.
Gilbert. Gilbert was definitely it.
I don't know, man. I feel like Gilbert was involved in something totally different, not totally different, but I mean his was like with Israeli
Yeah,
uh
his was.
like his was like Israeli mafia members and
Bro, we got Israeli, we got La Costa Nostra, bro. We
Dude,
got all kinds of different gang
Gilbert's
members.
linking
like
matches
his
for a
was
guy that's going to prison soon. Like,
yeah, so I don't know. I feel like Gilbert's was a little different. His was not the Italians. It was the
They need to stop cracking down on the NBA, crack down on organized crime because what you got is not an NBA problem. What you got is a mafia problem. Man, if
yeah,
I hoop for a living and you stick a gun to my head, you think I'm gonna start shooting bullets back? Like, come on now. It's the mafia.
I just feel like how not to center this more, not to go away from the sports part of it and go more into the newsy part, but like how in the hell do you have these mafias running around for 50 plus years and you don't catch them? This
I
shit
mean,
doesn't even
organized crime is hard. It's like a disease. Like once you cut off part of it, it just sprouts back up. And unless you eradicate all of it, it's like it's impossible to get rid of it. Because there's always
yeah.
different branches of organized crime as well. Like even if there's a branch in Vegas, there's another one in California that's just gonna sprout back up. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's like really hard to do that. I just they got to do a better job of separating it from the NBA because it's like remember when Tim Donahue was like doing all this stuff and then he kept adamantly denying it and he was like, "Oh, I'm not doing it," and then it was like, "All right, I'm doing it." It's like, how do we get to this point that it's 2025 from Tim Donahue to now, and now we've got like several different people, former players coming out. It's just crazy.
Terry Rozier allegedly had over 200K delivered to his home after bettors cashed in on his under.
that's insane.
Yeah, that brother
That's
going to jail. What do you say? Lock that boy up. You're
that's
going to jail.
the athletic. Rozier, while playing for the Hornets, let others close to him know that he planned to leave early with injury. Associates bet more than 200,000 on Rozier's unders and winnings were delivered to Rozier's home, the indictment alleges.
Well, FBI, if you're listening to this,
So
Tom Brady was also involved. Alex Ovechkin, Woody Johnson. I mean, all these guys were involved. I mean, Aaron Judge apparently put 300K for his house. Like, yeah, they're all involved. And Hector Palacios, he works at Northwestern.
Don't put Hector. Not what Hector just went through.
Yo,
Yeah,
yo,
facts.
Judge might be doing it. That man is trash in the playoffs. He might
Yeah,
be throwing games for the sake of it. That he
seriously,
in New York, they get straight to the source.
So
dude.
essentially, you have a side of it of players telling people they're unders, telling people, well, not their unders, telling people their plans for injury to bet on their unders. And then you have people on the side of it, coaches like Billups going to poker games and wearing glasses that essentially tell you what's on the card. And then you have the other side of it, like Jonte Porter getting basically threatened for his life, um, to
I'm not gonna
basically,
lie. I'm not gonna lie. Jonte Porter got to be dumb because who's putting bets on Jonte Porter?
that's
Like,
my
who in their right mind would sit on FanDuel or DraftKings and be like, Jonte Porter under 1-3. It's like when B Head was like, yeah, PJ Tucker for three threes for $1 million.
PJ Tucker for 40. PJ Tucker for 40,
Like,
bro.
who's putting money on Jonte Porter? Like you,
No, for
that's
real.
got to be the most obvious one. And people, if they getting regular bets on Jonte Porter,
That's what I'm saying. It's
Terry Rozier is a little bit more believable, but I still wouldn't. I wouldn't put a single red cent on Terry Rozier. I don't care.
Yeah, no. I think essentially the documentary about this in a few years is going to be insane.
The 30 for 30 is going to be
30
nuts.
for 30 is going to be
The
crazy.
30 for 30 is going to be insane.
Gilbert
Um,
Arenas going to be on there. Gilbert going to be on there. Uh,
what's that company that does them on Netflix? They did the Malice at the Palace one.
oh,
What company is that? Hold on.
they did the
Okay,
doc,
they do some good ones.
but that 30 for 30 is going to do numbers.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%. What is that? What is that?
Because I
Number?
remember I watched the Tim Donahue.
Untold.
Oh yeah,
Untold. Those untolds are good. Then there's going to be an untold. There's going to be a 30 for 30. Those are going to be good.
I watched the Tim Donahue one. That one was gold. That was a really good one.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is going to be insane. Um,
Oh God,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't. I can't put no money down on nothing now because I feel like Cash Patel himself will break down my front door.
they got all my shit. They got all my shit.
If you're seeing this, I was over the age of 21 and I have done nothing illegal.
I had no insider information, none of that shit.
I don't know,
I've
no
actually I've
athletes.
actually been losing bets, so it doesn't matter to me.
I'm in the
You know,
red.
I'm negative probably in them morning
Wasn't there
earnings.
somebody who was losing and they were still gambling and they still got caught? There was somebody.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Somebody was in the red gambling and they were trying to lose bets on purpose.
It
Oh, it
was
was a
Rozier.
baseball player. I think it was a
What?
baseball player.
Oh, I thought
I
it
think it
was
was
Rozier.
Marcano or something. He was playing for the Padres.
Not Marcana. Marcana's too good of a citizen.
But there was one guy who got banned from the MLB, and he literally was $60,000 like in the red gambling, betting on teams, and he still got banned. Literally, he was 60,000 in the red. So
Lose, lose, brother. That's a lose, lose.
yeah,
Um,
go work a 9 to 5 now.
but yeah. Do we want to stay on NBA talk? Um,
Let's do our season predictions.
yeah,
I
that's
think
fine.
that's the best way. I mean, there's stuff that happened, but let's just get the main accolades out of the way.
I'm going to lockout. Everybody's going to be gambling.
Dude, possible. I'm pretty
Bro,
sure you could bet on DraftKings on that, by the way. Like that there will be a lockout.
Poly
But
market.
yeah,
again.
something like that. No, it's possible. Let's start with let's start with hot take of the season. Before we get into like the stuff that people can guess, what's your hot take for the NBA season?
Um, no, that's a great question.
Hot
Hmm.
take.
I'd have to really think about this one. I think
I could go first, and it's not going to seem like much of a hot take anymore. I was going to come on here and say Wemby was going to win MVP.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
that's my
Not
that
a
guy.
boy.
hot take anymore.
He said he was training with the great Raja Ghul. He's in the League of
That's my
Shadows.
And
that's
Kevin
my
Garnett and stuff. Like he was training with some of
Hakeem,
the best.
that's
Yeah,
my
I,
guy,
Hakeem, bro. He was training with Shaolin monks. They gave him the secrets to life. He was out there
bro.
dropping 40 in game one.
that
Hey,
was one of the most ridiculous performances I've ever seen in my life.
when I seen him go between the legs, crossover on Lively, shook his ass, and then what do you do with between behind the back
That
step back
bag.
for
Yeah,
three?
He's in his
Come on
bag.
now. A
yeah.
7 foot
You know
shot.
what? You know what I really liked? So whenever I watch Inside the NBA, sometimes I'm like, all right, these old heads are just chatting. Sometimes they say actual good things. Shaq last year was like, what I want Wemby to do is stop shooting as many threes, get in the paint because you're 7'5" and dominate about from paint to mid range, dominate that area. And well, he said basically paint, but I was like, he's so talented, paint to mid range. He could literally drop 20 alone. And that's what he
Mhm.
did last night. Or yeah, that's what he did. And that's what I was like. He only took two threes, and that tween cross behind the back was the only three that he hit. He still dropped 40 inside 3 point, which is
Yeah.
so great. So if you're 7'5", just literally stay in the paint, get lobs, hit mid range, do what Kevin Durant does, but with like a mix of Giannis, and
Yeah.
then use the three as like a plus. And so if he does that, because I thought about today, he could average 30 by averaging 15 to 20 in the paint. Mid range, he averaged like 8 to 10. And he shoot maybe 3, 4 threes a game, and he hits two of them. He could literally average like 28 a game. That's the MVP. Because then he's
Mm.
grabbing like 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 blocks a game. That's the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year. So my hot take is that he's going to be Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think it's a hot take. I said he should have won it year one. People might not have agreed with me. I don't think Rudy Gobert should have won that. I,
No.
I I think this is the year he wins Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive All Team, Defensive First Team.
He's gonna win
You know,
all that, dude. He's
yeah.
gonna win all that.
Hey,
He's
what?
gonna
What was that?
bro, did y'all hear that?
Yeah, that's like Wemby. That's like Wemby's Ascension song.
Bro, it was like some ad that popped up, bro. It started playing and shit. I'm like, can y'all hear that shit? What the fuck?
That was crazy.
I was like, yo, what the fuck?
That,
All right, bro. Um, I think I think I think my hot take. Oh
that
shit. All right,
was that was something.
I gotta lock in. I think my hot take, for some reason, I don't know why. Bro, the Raptors scored 138 points last night. My hot take is that they're gonna make the playoffs. I think they're not gonna be a play-in. They're gonna make the I think they're gonna be the sixth seed. I'm gonna go with
That's
that.
fair.
Um, yeah, I don't know. And then also, I think Washington's going to surprise a lot of people.
Ooh, I don't know about
I'm
that.
not going to go. I'm not going to go and say that they're. Gonna be, I'm not going to say that they're a playoff team like the Raptors. I think Washington's going to surprise a lot of people though.
Yeah. What's your definition of surprise? Because if they win one more game than last year, that's a
Playing,
surprise to me. Oh,
playing,
playing? Okay.
playing.
I'm gonna go Knicks to the finals. I think what had been holding them back was Tibbs overplaying his starters.
Yeah.
Like only one player played more. Okay, Bridges played 33 minutes, but he's Mr. Durable, so that's really not a problem. Anunoby scored or he had 38 minutes, which I think they got to limit that down. Obviously, Brunson's going to have high minutes because Brunson's the star. Cat had 31. And then, I mean, they had Shamit for 14. Kolek played 14 minutes.
Yeah.
And Kolek had 7 points. It was 3 of 6 on the field. So, like, you have guys, Yabusele, even though he's not scoring points, he's still a good body to put out there. They have the roster. I think what they're holding them back is Tibbs being stubborn and not resting some of his guys and trusting the bench. You have to trust the bench. It's impossible not to trust the bench. Like if you look at the Thunder, they had the blueprint, right? They got guys, the 10th man got minutes in the finals. So for them, I think Mike Brown is the perfect guy. He's defensively minded. He's a tough guy. He's obviously should not have been fired from Sacramento. You see what Sacramento is now. Stupid organization. And I think they're going to be fine. I mean, Brunson only had 23 points. he was pretty bad shooting wise, but they still won the game despite him only scoring 23. So
Yeah.
and even though the Cavs didn't have Darius Garland, um, I think someone else was out for them, but they're still a good team, regardless if Garland is in there or out. And so I'm going to go Knicks to the finals. I don't really see any resistance. No Pacers, no Celtics because of the Achilles injuries to Tatum and Halliburton. Bucks, Giannis might be gone by deadline, and he's not. You heard him. We didn't even talk about. You heard what he said. He was like, "I'm going to reevaluate in 6 months, and 6 months is at the deadline, so he's out of
Yeah.
there." He already moved
Mhm.
his family back to Greece. He doesn't want to be in Milwaukee. He's like, He said, I signed a contract. I signed a contract, so I'm here. But he's gone.
Yeah.
Emotionally, he's gone. So
Yeah.
And you guys know where he's going. Come on. Don't make me say it.
yeah, he's going to the Knicks for sure.
No, he's going to New York, but he's not going to the Knicks. Come on.
Oh my
Remember?
gosh, not this again.
This
You guys
dude
clearly don't
This
remember where
guy.
Giannis.
ain't
This guy.
nobody about to play in no Brooklyn, dog.
Imagine Giannis and Michael Porter Jr. carrying the
Giannis
Nets.
would have an aneurysm listening to the things that Michael Porter
Dude,
Jr. was
I was
going to
having an
say.
aneurysm listening to Michael or watching Michael Porter Jr. last night. I was really saying to my friend every time, like we started counting his passes. He had like six. Like the tunnel vision is absolutely insane. That was a guy that in high school was dating a Disney star, so props to him. Did you guys know that?
Who was he
Who's he
dating?
dating?
I gotta check. Let me see. Who was Michael
A Disney star?
dating?
Hmm.
He was dating Madison Pettis.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
Madison
okay.
Pettis.
Now I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah,
Now I
that was
remember.
pretty insane. All right, MVP. I went already. Mine's Wemby. So your guys' turn.
To switch it up, I mean, I agree. Wemby's my favorite as well. But to switch it up, I'm gonna go with um hmm. There's a lot of great choices here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go Luca. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go Luca. I think Luca. Um, I think with the time that Bron's out, I don't think LeBron is gonna play seriously till December. I don't think he's gonna step on an NBA court until December.
Yeah. Lakers are screwed.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. I mean, they can get away with being above 500 without him. They're not gonna get away with going on a deep playoff run without him. So I think he's gonna rest his body, even if that injury is healed up by December. I don't think he's stepping on NBA court until December. So, and that's like the earliest, I think. So I think he's gonna be rested. In that meantime, though, I think Luka's gonna be averaging about 35,
Yeah.
35,
He's not fat anymore.
8
Yeah.
and 10.
Skinny Luca. All
And,
right. We
and
got listening.
my
Oh,
last note on it, before that Golden State game, watched it. He was playing defense. Luka was
whoa.
playing defense.
Yeah, he can
So
move now. Yeah, my first
He
one would
could
have been
move.
Wemby. Man said he was training with Raj Al Ghul, so not even Batman can take him down. So I'm taking Wemby. And then I was gonna go Luca after that because, like you said, he's gonna be hooping while Brown is out, and he's playing defense.
mhm.
But my pick after that, for the sake of uh, the segment, I'm going with Ant. Ant was hooping against. I know it was the Blazers, but not even gambling could stop Ant. He had to pay some child support, so he was out there hooping. um, Man dropped 40
It's
in
like, go
game
get your
one
kid.
himself. um, yeah, he was hooping in game one, and I think Ant's gonna also. I think he got a taste of the like. He was the reason why they lost in the Western Conference Finals. Like he kind of disappeared in games, and so that's why they kind of lost. And so I think he realizes that and he's going to come back with a little bit more of a vengeance, and I think he's going to win it.
All right, bet. I'm gonna add one to my hot take. I'm gonna go and say Alperen Sengun is gonna be a top three MVP candidate. Um,
Ooh.
he's the best on the Rockets right now. You clearly seen that game one against the Thunder. Um, I mean, just his efficiency, his pacing, His vision with the ball, he is a big man who can pass. Um, I mean, obviously not Jokic at all, not saying that, but shades of Jokic a little bit. The way he moves, his IQ, his vision, like I said. And I mean, 39 points. He had 39 points. Damn near had 40. I know they went to double OT, but he was hooping. Alperen Sengun was hooping. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Sengun being a top three MVP candidate.
All right.
That's a
And
good
last,
one.
the NBA, I guess.
No,
Well,
we
I
can
mean,
go.
oh,
We can go. What were you most surprised with so
most
far?
surprised.
What were you most
Ooh,
surprised by? I'm gonna go and say VJ Edgecombe. Uh, 34 points is insane. That's the most since Wilt Chamberlain. That is insane. I mean, that right there tells you the greatness that is to come with VJ Edgecombe. Um, and then Toussaint, you pointed it out when we were um, waiting to start up the other recording, how well he was shooting the ball, which was very surprising. I mean, his jump shot is just interesting, and it looks like it's not going to go in. It looks like he's a terrible shooter. Um, and he was just draining threes. So yeah, VJ. I knew he was going to be good. He's my favorite for Rookie of the Year, actually, but 34 points in your debut, I didn't know it was going to be that good. So
Yeah, he was like a pure slasher at Baylor. Like he could barely shoot at all in terms of like just the consistency level.
yeah.
But coming out in game one, even if they don't have Tatum and doing that to the Celtics. Also, what was Embiid doing?
Oh my gosh,
Nobody would talked about that.
but
Nobody
yeah,
talked about that at
I
all.
don't
Embiid
understand.
is Embiid's yeah, it's not looking good for him.
He's a decoy at this point. Like,
Yeah, his career might be over.
It's
oh my goodness. I was like, how is BJ Edgecombe outscoring you in game one? Like, you at least got to drop 20 if you like.
yeah.
Um, Most surprised. I'm gonna go. I don't think they're gonna be good, but I'm gonna go with the Bulls, and I'm gonna say that because they played my Pistons, and we were down 20 at halftime. And if you watch the game, they had good defense. They were very fluid with the ball. Like they passed a lot, they moved the ball a lot. You could see actually the young depth coming through for a lot of their players. Now, given they drafted two players and both of them were wastes of picks, they still were able to. It's weird because Vucevic is in the last year of his contract. They didn't draft Derek Queen, who was available. They drafted a guy who's literally going to be a bust, and yet Buzelis was elite. The Giddler was doing what he was doing,
The
and
Giddler.
the
That is
Giddler,
insane. That is
the
insane.
Giddler,
P. Giddy.
the
Oh
Giddy.
my God. That is
Uh,
a
Herder
Giddler.
and Desumu were pretty good. I mean, they like as long as they have good average players, they can win with the best of them. They're obviously not going to be a top team in the East, but I think going back to our wild predictions, I think they can make it into the play-in with this team. And I know that might not be saying much because the Bulls have been a playing team for the last couple of years, but it's a different team. They don't have DeRozan. They're not reliant on Zach LaVine. They got young depth, so I think that they can sneak in and they can win a game or two from the play-in. Like they may win one and then lose, but I think they're good enough that they can start building from this. And as long as their GM Mark Eversley doesn't waste another draft pick, like they can build something strong in Chicago. So that was surprised with the Bulls because I thought the Pistons were going to come in and stomp them out. I mean, Cade had 23 and he was 8 of 24, 1 of 6 from the field. So obviously, if your star is shooting like that, you're not going to succeed. And Asar had 11 points. Like they just didn't play good at all. So, but I give credit to the Bulls for that.
Right. Ooh, surprising? I don't know. Uh, I think that the Hornets are going to be pretty decent. If they stay healthy.
Hmm.
They have a lot of offensive talent. Like you have LaMelo. Brandon Miller was one of the best scorers in college, and he dropped 25. right? Khan could shoot threes, and Khan's defense is really underappreciated. So I think there's going to be a scenario where they're going to run four guards, and then they got to figure out the center because Ryan Kalkbrenner shouldn't be starting. But then again, it's Musa Diabate, the other one. But those guys are really good offensively. You add in Miles Bridges, who's a good big. Trey McBride, not Trey McBride, Jesus. Trey Mann could score. Trey McBride can score too, but Trey Mann, he could score. They have good length, and Diabate is a fine backup center if
Hmm.
they stay healthy. And that's a huge if because like LaMelo's not going to stay healthy if we're being honest. Brandon Miller was out for the season last year. Um, if they're healthy, I think they could be a 4 or 5 seed, we'll say. That's what I'll go with.
Okay. Bet.
Good take.
Do we have any team two before we do finals predictions and quick NFL that we think is going to be who's your most disappointing team this year?
Um,
Not the worst, just most disappointing.
hmm.
I got mine.
Go ahead.
Clippers. I
Yeah,
think,
they were trash last night.
especially after the Kawhi stuff that came out,
So
think he wants to be there? Nah, they got to get out. Like, I think it's pretty obvious that, or not obvious, obviously, but I'd say the Clippers are definitely the one for me.
yeah.
If I if I had to pick a second,
No,
Jesus,
before you go on, I was going to say that's really interesting. I don't know if we talked about it on here, but they talked about how Adam Silver said the investigation for that won't be wrapped up until after the All Star break. Where
yeah,
is the All Star break at? It's at
exactly.
Intuit Dome.
Oh,
Dude,
Conspiracy? Hmm.
that's insane.
Hmm.
yeah,
So
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. I'm no, I don't even have a second. It just feels like the Clippers to me, or it feels like, I mean, they were so disappointing last year too, so it's hard to call them disappointing this year, but Phoenix isn't going to be good. Like, I just
Yeah.
don't think
Very true.
abstaining. I don't think that's a hot take at all. So they're going to be disappointing.
Um, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I think Giannis, like I said, emotionally, he's so gone from that team. He's obviously gonna walk in there and drop an easy 30 on whoever, and his stats are gonna be the same. He's gonna be as elite as ever. But he's got no help, like nothing. And last night they played the Wizards, so it's the Wizards, and they beat them by 13. But they didn't even have a 20-point score last night. Giannis had 37, 14, and 5. Gary Trent Jr. had 17 and Turner had 11 and 8. Kuzma had 12 and 4. You're literally getting guys who are scoring barely above 10 points. And then you have Giannis. You have elite guys with a bunch of G leaguers. I won't say G leaguers, but just randoms. Like it's like a randoms with Giannis. So they're not going to do anything. And it's a shame. Like I said, he has to get out of there. Maybe he did cause the fall of the Bucks, but like I said, it's like Kareem when he was Lou Alcindor. He left because they could only hold him up for so long. Elite players have to play in bigger markets to win more championships. They can win a small market a championship, like Braun he can win a small market one championship.
Hmm.
But once you get to that part and then things start unraveling and GMs don't give you more or don't help you, you got to go to a bigger team. Why do you think LeBron's in LA? Now he's got skinny Luca. He was not getting skinny Luca in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I
Um,
know a bigger market Giannis could go to. I know a bigger market.
just
Just just throwing it out there, guys. Just throwing it.
relentless Nets fan. That's what you are.
I'm so sick of Michael Porter.
Hey,
Uh,
you got him for a while now.
I'm not
Gotta
the
get
I'm
used to
not the only person in America frustrated with the Porter right now. Like, yeah, just throwing that out there. All chips on the table.
all chips
Oh
on
my
the
god.
table.
Dude,
Um,
the FBI is about to burst through my freaking door.
bro,
All bets are off.
Oh, that's a
cook, dog. I'll go with I want to say Detroit. I don't want to rep on my team though, but I don't love I don't love what Detroit has. And I don't love how they looked the other night against the Chicago Bulls. So therefore I'm gonna go with Detroit.
Guess
Uh,
who we're playing next? The
who are we
Rockets.
looking at schedule? The
We're
Hornets?
playing the Rockets next.
Rockets?
Rockets.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're about to get an
That's on
uppercut.
prime time. That is, you're right. That's on prime time. Um, Yeah, I'm not loving it. I think losing Malik Beasley was devastating loss.
He's
Uh,
not playing this year, right? He's not playing.
Nah, no shot. No
Okay.
one's gonna touch the contract for him.
Yeah.
no. Losing him was devastating. And then the reports came out that they're like not wanting to pay Jalen Duren and Jaden Ivey right now, which Ivy I can understand a little bit. Jalen Duren, pay the man. I don't understand that. I mean, he's a double double a night
Yeah.
rebounder. I think he has to improve defensively, a little bit, but just pay him. Cade is obviously, I mean, Cade's gonna still be Cade. Cade's great. Who is calling me right now?
Yeah, it's Cash Patel, buddy. Knock knock.
You
Hey,
are
we got your
screwed.
front door. Open it up.
Um, so yeah, Cade's gonna be Cade. He's not gonna miss a step. And then, I mean, honestly, that bench is just not looking good.
No.
So the depth isn't there for Detroit. Yeah, I'm going with Detroit,
I thought Karis. I
unfortunately.
thought I thought Karis LeVert and Duncan would have been helpful, but Duncan disappeared at times, and Karis LeVert just he's too used to like whatever ball. Like he, no offense, he played in Brooklyn and Atlanta where they were just like, well, we ain't gonna make the playoffs, so might as well just go ahead and ball. Now you gotta play meaningful basketball, buddy, and he's gonna have to figure that out. He's back to it, and like I said, Duncan Robinson, I like him. Um, Actually, fun fact: my high school coach was roommates with him, and I met him one time. He's actually way taller than you think he is. He's like 6'9". He's crazy tall, but he disappears at times, and he's like the least physical person. He's like I said, he's 6'9", and he only does is shoot threes. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I need you to do more than just shoot threes.
Yeah,
That's why they got him to replace Beasley, but like he just doesn't show up sometimes. And so if you got a shooter that doesn't show up, where are you getting your shooting from?
mm,
Nowhere.
mm.
And I need a star to take a. I need a star to like. I'm watching Amen Thompson, and he's doing ridiculous things. I'm like, that's your twin. You gotta do something. That's your own twin. You gotta do something, Azar. You gotta be the second playmaker on the team, and he doesn't want to take the rock.
Exactly.
Yep. Exactly, bro. All right, quick finals prediction. Just very fast so we could get some football in. I'm gonna go with Trailblazers Heat.
Shut the fuck up.
Should be banned from all platforms from that.
I'm sorry, I've been thinking about that for so long. Trailblazers Heat. Um, nah, in all seriousness, ooh, I'm gonna go Thunder Knicks. I think the Thunder they're not a given this year. I think they're much less of a given than next year. Like or now I just said don't give too much rationale, but I'm gonna give a little. The West is much better this year, especially if LeBron and Luka are healthy and the full year, even though it's technically not a full year with the sciatica. The Spurs might be better. The Rockets, Timberwolves, Nuggets. And then so I'm still gonna go with the Thunder there. And the Knicks, I think it's the exact opposite. I think the East sucks. And I think go New York, go New York, go. And then my winner, are we doing winners too? Yeah, we have to. Just for the parody, for the fun of it. New York's gonna burn down. New York's gonna burn down when the Knicks win the championship. The Knicks will win in game 6 in front of the Madison Square Garden
Oh boy.
crowd. And the city will need to, oh, gosh, if you are not a basketball fan, get out of the city. That's all I'm saying.
It's
That's
gonna turn
it.
into Gotham.
Yeah. And then in 2027, you guys just wait until what Brooklyn's going to become.
Oh boy. Brooklyn.
Yeah.
We're gonna mute your segment. We're gonna edit that so that's the whole segment is muted.
Uh,
You
go
want to
ahead.
go?
No,
Um,
go ahead.
yeah. For the sake of it, Knicks. I really can't see anybody else coming up out of the East. Literally, like I said, I think Mike Brown's gonna help them get to the finals. And the West is so crowded. I really don't. It's hard because I don't want the Thunder to repeat and go back. And I think my pick was going to be Rockets, but because Fred VanVleet is out, it's like they have no true point guard, which really affects them.
Aren't they supposed to come back mid-season or out?
He's out. He's out
Man,
for the entire
that's
season.
crazy.
Was it ACL or Achilles or something?
Oh, it might be Achilles actually. You sound right. You sound right.
I
Okay.
think it's Achilles, but he's out for the season. Like he's
Okay.
done. They're gonna have to go get a point guard at the deadline. Somebody to run the offense. Maybe they go get Chris Paul. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening. But either Rockets. Yeah, I'm gonna go Rockets, Knicks, and then give me the Knicks. I feel like the Rockets. I feel like the Rockets are better suited to play the Knicks than the Knicks are to play the Rockets. But and I really don't think in my heart of hearts that the Rockets are going to get there. I think it's going to be the Thunder, but I'm going to go Knicks. I want to see New York burn.
We want to
New
see
York might burn.
Um, I agree with you too. I got Houston and New York. Um, Houston looked really. I know Houston obviously didn't win, but they looked really good against OKC. J-Dub didn't play. That's a factor, obviously. I don't know if it's a factor. I don't know which way though, in what way it's a factor.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, they played very, very well without him. So inserting him back, and I'm talking just for OKC Houston 7 game series, inserting him back into that, if it's going to affect him negatively or not.
Like
Um,
Katie will step up in the playoffs. He'll do better than what he did last night.
Katie will step up for sure,
He's
100%,
dropping 30.
100%. And I know OKC. Great defenders, obviously Lou Dort, Caruso. Shea plays good defense. J-Dub
You
plays
mean
good.
hacks? You mean hacks? Straight
Chet
hackers.
that plays great
Bro, Lou
defense.
Dort was out there hacking last night, bro. He was hacking in game
I mean, they know how to get it. I mean, they get away with it. So I mean, who cares?
straight hack.
Yeah.
Caruso's a good defender.
Bruce is a
Dort is a
great.
hack.
Bruce is a great defender. I think Dort is a great defender.
Dort's
Dort
an incredible defender.
Dort is a
I
great
think,
defender.
I think he's
Dort,
good. I think he takes
I think Dort's
liberties.
the best on-ball
Dort is a
defender.
great defender. Stop it. He is a great defender.
I
Who?
think he takes his liberties now.
First
I
team
think
all
he takes
defense,
his liberties.
buddy. First team all defense. Um,
Man,
so
if I was a ref out there, I'd have thrown him out the game. Out here hacking.
this guy, this guy. So yeah, I got those. I got those two. New York. I mean, I love how they were spreading the wealth the other night. 5 guys in double digits. That was good to see. Josh Hart didn't play, so that's going to be another factor for them. Mike Brown, Jake, back the hell up.
Oh, wait, I'm reading a message. I'm reading a message. Sorry.
Um, so
I used to
yeah,
put up on YouTube.
I like those two for my finals predictions. Who's gonna win? I'm gonna go with New York as well. I think they get it done this year. So
Go New York.
hungry.
Go. All right, bet. Well, that's the NBA. Be sure to bet on it. No, we don't promote gambling here at the channel.
But if you want to throw us an ad,
Yeah, unless you want to throw us an ad,
Those
then
bad shit, we'll do it.
in full
Price
honesty,
Picks, Underdog.
I'll take. Yeah, exactly. NFL. Well, we're recording and the early game or the Thursday night game's about to start. What is I don't know. NFL week 7 it wasn't that great of a week. There were some good ones actually. Broncos, Giants, uh Lions, the
Eagles,
Lions,
Vikings wasn't bad.
Eagles, Vikings wasn't bad. The Lions game was good. So okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, it wasn't meh. It was a meh kind of week.
Anything that stood out to you for week 7?
Um,
Commanders aren't making the playoffs. That's
No,
what I
they're
think.
not.
I mean, they just have been getting unlucky. It's injuries.
Yeah, it's injuries. But yeah, that's what it is. I mean, Jaden Daniels came back 2 games after a knee injury and then really tweaked his hamstring. He's going to be out again. And even before that, they were losing to Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mariota threw a pick six in the game, and now he's starting the next game. So that's what stood out to me a lot. That whole NFC East is like weird. Like you got the Giants that are good but bad.
I mean,
You have Dallas that can score with anybody but can't defend a parked car if it was burning in front of it. The Eagles had two games where they couldn't even throw the ball, and then Hurts literally had his best game maybe of his career throwing the ball, and they look back on track. So that whole NFC East is like weird to me.
Yeah, the NFC East is weird. I mean, with how on and off the Eagles have been playing, they're clearly going to win it. So that tells you how weird it is. Um, I think for my like takeaway would be, well, one, the Lions tell the world
Mhm.
we back up. Um, Statement win, and then the Colts, unfortunately, still fuck longer. The Colts, um, they continue to impress. They really do. I picked the Chargers to win that game. I did not think the Colts were going to go in to LA and win. And they dominated. So, um, I think I will finally say that the Colts have a good football team. I think I'll finally say.
Lunga, dude,
It's
you're
the
gonna.
first time since Peyton Manning Lunga's been happy about his team.
Yeah, they're still riding on Peyton Manning's legacy, though. Don't get it twisted.
And Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck. Oh, the offensive line didn't help us.
I mean, as
Dude.
luck was, could never get there. So,
Yeah. Oh gosh, what stood out to me? Everything's so obvious about the Jets. It's so obvious. Like the Jets season ended this year when they cut Devontae Adams.
this is a crash out.
Yeah, their season ended when they cut Devontae Adams, and it ended more when they said they weren't going with Rodgers. Because and I'm not bashing them for saying they wanted to move on from Rodgers because that is part of just the rebuild. Stop, stop. You're gonna make me laugh. And but why, bro? Your wide receivers are Josh Reynolds. Like, I can't even do it. I can't even do it. The Jets are just so disappointing. That's it. That's all I got. Like, I
Jake,
genuinely
if
what?
you went out there and played quarterback, you could have done a better job than Fields can.
Dude, I genuinely I have words for everything. I don't have words. Like, I don't. They are
Oh.
like it's
Even your owner is hilarious. He's like, "Yeah, Glenn's the guy, but we can't even throw the
yeah, we
football
can't throw the
forward."
football. Ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
So,
Oh, you guys
Well,
are might be 0-17 at the end of the season.
yeah, oh, dude. The Jets, no, but they won't because they'll find a way to screw up the number one pick because they always do. They always do.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, fuck the Jets. I'll just leave it at that. I was gonna go on a full thing, but I mean, I've been sent this a million times, that video of the kid saying like, I'll always be a Jets fan, but I hate this team. Yeah, he fucking crushed it. He crushed it.
I know we got like probably 15 minutes-ish left. Do we want to do predictions and then or like picks, weekly picks, and then do tweaker of the week?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, tweaker of the week's basically fucking Chauncey.
Yeah, we know who Tweaker of the Week is. Respect.
Um, all right, we'll start with, I mean, by the time this episode comes out, Thursday's gonna be done. So we will start with Sunday, 1 o'clock, Miami and Atlanta. Um,
Okay.
the sweeper here. I have Atlanta.
Yeah, Tua's CTE is activating at an all-time high. He was like, "Yeah, the offensive line is too tall. I can't really see over top."
Yeah, that
You're
dude,
a quarterback. What you talking
I
about?
cannot believe it.
Yo, is your brain functioning? That's what you really said at the podium.
Dude,
I
it's
can't see over my linemen, so I don't want to throw the ball blindly.
He
it,
is cooked. I'm
it,
telling you, he's cooked.
Bro,
it is
he is all time like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
um I'll go with Atlanta too.
Okay.
Look, this they said this was Tua's vision.
Yeah, I saw that. Dude, if I'm Jalen Waddle, I'm flipping out after what he said about like I can't see over my lineman, so I can't throw to Jalen. Like
No,
that
there's
is
a reason why Tyreek Hill was cheering and clapping when his leg was all in three different
yeah,
places, and
bro.
they carted him off the field. He said, "Thank you. I don't have to
Yeah,
play with Tua
bro.
anymore."
Actually wild. Yeah. Okay, next one.
All right. Bears, Ravens.
Jesus. Where's that game?
It's in Baltimore.
Lamar's back, isn't he?
I
They
I,
haven't.
I hope
He
so.
was limited in practice the past 2 days. I know that actually.
I
He was
think
limited.
he will be back. If they want
I
their
wouldn't believe
season
it.
to be alive, I think Lamar.
I think Baltimore could still win the AFC North. I do. I'm completely serious when I say that. The
The
Steelers,
Steelers could fall. They
they
could
play the
just
Steelers
collapse.
twice. They play the Steelers twice. We might be looking at one of the, they are not a good division. They might be the worst in football. They genuinely might be. And the Ravens might get in at 10-7 if they run,
Yeah.
or even 9-8, because you look at the Steelers schedule, I don't know if they will. And you look at the Bengals, if the Bengals are contending and Joe Burrow comes back, maybe, but I still like the Ravens. Um, yeah, and it's not Cleveland, I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. Give me the Ravens. Off that rant, I can't pick Chicago. I
I'm
can't.
not picking Chicago. I got Baltimore.
Yeah. Sorry, Hector. We're going with number 8.
Yeah,
Next up,
the Matt versus Hector Bowl.
I mean,
DC.
they're due to lose one. They're on a 4-game win streak. They're
Yeah,
due
the
to
Bears
lose
are
one.
due to lose, and the
Yeah,
Ravens
they need they need to lose one.
yeah.
Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets.
Um, what do you want me, bro? What do you want me to say? Like, get- find me one person besides Bucky Brooks. Bucky Brooks must have been fried when he put in his prediction because he said the Jets were going to win 24-23. Like, what the fuck? Our quarterback. No, I'm done. The Jets, so they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose.
Yeah,
Done.
I got the Bengals.
Yeah.
You
I
got
picked the Jets last week in honor of you, Jake, and they lost 13-6.
Yeah, they lost because I
I
was
think
in Charlotte.
I
Live in
think I
Charlotte.
did pick the Jets as well last week, so I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I
Um,
can't do it
My
no
theory
more.
on the Jets, as everybody knows, is what's it called? I'm not gonna pick them to win until I actually see them win with my own eyes.
I'm not falling victim. I'm not doing it. Bills, Panthers. This is in Carolina.
Buffalo. I think
At
Buffalo's gonna bounce
Buffalo.
back off the bye week.
Yeah, yeah, they need to get back.
Give me the Panthers. They're elite at home. They put 30 on the Falcons. The Falcons beat the Bills at home. So
They
I
did.
think they can. I think they can win. If it was at Buffalo, I'm taking Buffalo. I'm taking Panthers because they're at home. They're elite at home.
All right. Um, 49ers, Texans in Houston.
Ooh. I
Give
mean,
me 49ers.
yeah.
CJ is running for his life. It's like playing NCAA. It's like playing NCAA 25, 26 on Heisman on a quarterback at Old Dominion. You get no time in the pocket, buddy. You get no time in the pocket.
That's what I was gonna say too, dude. Like they can't block for him. They can't block for him. And why is Justin Jefferson in the backfield right now? But they can't block for him.
Yeah, no. I got 49ers. They just keep finding a way to win. And yeah, Houston's just unfortunately not good. Let's go Cleveland, New England. In New England. Um,
Really?
I got the Patriots.
Yeah. Like I don't put in Shador, bro. Yeah.
They said Shadur's going to play the last 4 games of the
I
season. Like
mean, Dylan hasn't been terrible though. Like
he
Dylan's
just can't move the ball.
they're
Like
just I mean they're the Browns. Like
yeah,
even if
I mean
Shadur's
it's
gonna play,
true.
they're not gonna win.
Joe,
They're
what's
the
his name?
Browns.
Joe Flacco literally went to the Bengals and they was like, "Oh, I can throw the ball finally."
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, exactly. So, yeah, give me New England. Giants, Eagles in Philly. Philly's wearing their Kelly Greens. Brandon Graham's back. Give me Philly. I don't care.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think Philly's actually gonna kill them.
I think
Yeah, give me.
he's going to kill
As
them.
inconsistent as they've been playing, I think Philly is going to kill them.
Yeah, I agree.
They want their get back.
Yeah, they're locked in.
Yeah. Oh, they
Uh,
just played them too. Facts, facts, facts.
yeah. Buccaneers, Saints in New Orleans. Um, hmm.
Really?
Give me the
Tampa,
Bucks. It's not
yeah,
even
Tampa,
a, it's not even a thought.
Tampa.
I'm going New Orleans. I'm going Saints. I think the Saints are going to win that game. Tampa Bay's down bad right now. Detroit.
Saints are down bad right now.
Detroit did it to them. Nah, give me the Saints. New Orleans are going to win. And it's a divisional matchup. So, yeah. Titans, Colts.
Where is that game?
That is
Oh,
in
it's,
In
that's
Indy.
yeah,
in Indiana in Indiana.
yeah. Give me the Colts. I
The
mean,
line is at 14 and a half. Give me
I
the
got the
Colts.
I got the Colts. Well, yeah, I got the Colts.
yeah,
I was 1-0 picking Tennessee. I'm not doing it.
I said at the beginning of the year the Titans were going to be the surprise team, and they were surprisingly trash. So give me Indy.
Yeah, I
yeah.
got Indianapolis. Dallas, Denver. In
Ooh.
Denver.
That's a great game.
That is a great game. Give me Denver.
I'm gonna go with Dallas. Yeah, CD being back. I think Denver.
That is a big factor.
Yeah, give me Dallas.
That defense, man. That defense, I'm telling you.
I think Bo Nick's luck runs out. He keeps trying to have him to come back in the fourth quarter, and Dallas is probably going to hang 40 despite the defense. Dallas offense is crazy good. So I'm going to go with Dallas.
Now we got Sunday Night Football, Green Bay, Pittsburgh.
The A-Rod game.
The A-Rod game, Green Bay is going to Pittsburgh, so it's in Pittsburgh. Um, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh. I like the Steelers.
Yeah, give me
Give,
Steel City. Oh, my bad. Give me
no, no,
Steel
no.
City. Packers have been playing real thin lately. Like they almost lost to the Cardinals. They lost to the Packers. They've almost lost to a few different teams. And Jordan Love hasn't been playing terrible, but he hasn't been playing elite. He's just been playing steady, like game manager. And I think Steelers are good enough that A Rod's gonna do enough.
It's a shame that the Packers are wearing, or not the Packers, the Steelers are wearing yellow uniforms for it. Like it looks gross. Like Rodgers, if he was gonna play on a different team, he can't be wearing yellow. Um, Give me Green Bay. I think Green Bay, I don't know what's going on there right now, but I like them in that game.
All right. Then Monday Night Football, Washington in Kansas City. Um, I, I mean, I don't.
Slaughtering.
Is anyone gonna pick Washington?
Can I make a hot take?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pat's gonna win MVP. Like
Yeah.
Pat's gonna win MVP.
Pretty
He has
great.
1,800
I
yards,
think that's a
14
hot take.
touchdowns, two interceptions. Like if the
He's my
Chiefs are good and the narrative is Pat brought us back from 0-2, like
he's
Pat's winning MVP.
he's my fantasy football quarterback, and he's
Yeah,
been
same.
great. So,
Oh, Herbert just
Yeah.
threw a pick.
I mean,
um,
he's got a criminal for a receiver, so yeah, why wouldn't he win it?
yeah. So, Tweaker,
Oh, if man, if
Yeah.
man, if man.
we have a minute 40 left. So, Tweaker of the week. I mean,
We
it's
got we're all in agreement here, guys. Good job.
just
Good job.
we covered it for the first 25 minutes of this episode. Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups, um, yeah, Jonte Porter.
I would like to amend somebody to the tweaker of the week.
Okay.
I'm gonna go San Francisco Giants. They hired Tony Vitello. He was the head coach of the Tennessee baseball team. He hasn't coached or played in the major leagues at all, and they gave him a contract to be the new manager. So that front office is tweaking. I don't even know what's going on. The Giants are tweaking now. But yeah, Chauncey, you're number one, buddy. What you doing at the poker tables?
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's all we got. Run up socials, TikTok, all that. Comment. Let's say comment. Comment your betting lines.
Yeah, facts. Facts. Did he drop that?
Comment your parlays. How about that? NBA specifically.
Comment your crimes. We're
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. As always, They fly.